Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Vault preview. This is collection number 8 of the BKM Vault. Before we get too far into things, just to say some of the stuff that's not pictured here, 5 of each of the remaining mystery crates that we have in stock, which I think is 3 through 5, are also in the Vault category right now, so get those while they last. There's not very many left. There might be one more Vault with some mystery crates involved, so if those are on your list, make sure to take advantage. But otherwise, I got Dan joining me here because we've got quite the collection to go through.
We do. It's a little bit bigger than last time. Got some small stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is some classic. This is a wide representation here too.
Yeah, right. We got kind of some
designers here.
Some core World War II stuff, and then we got the Cold War up into the modern era, etc. So let's start with the small ones in front, and then we'll kind of work our way up. I know that I'm going to start with this one because I'm sure this is one that a lot of people are like, no, the Bofors is in the Vault. Dang it. Anyways. You know how it goes. Some of that stuff just needs to get updated, etc. We need to make room in our inventory to bring back other things.
Not enough production time yet.
Right, exactly. So what's cool about some of these?
So, all right, the Bofors. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. Can be towed by trucks, but anti-aircraft gun. Yeah, I mean it does its thing. You can put the wheels down.
Yeah.
You can it has outriggers. It all folds up. It's a cool little model. If you happen to have one of our classic. Deuce and a half trucks, you can tow it around that, or half track anything.
Yeah, so. Really cool. Those M3 half tracks or M1A3,
M3A1,
M3A1 half tracks. Yeah, love those kits. So as you can see there, it does come with the display cards, etc. from the store, and then obviously Dan has the signed certificate, etc. All those are included.
Right.
Stuff like the Pavlo here has like an extra sticker sheet. We'll get to that when we cover that. I know this is another one. This one is actually back for a second time in the Vault, so this is the last time.
Right.
We will see the little TKS.
Two display models. We keep the prototype at GHQ, and then this is display model number 2. These are actual kits. The display model, which we should point out, they are actual Brickmania kits. The only thing they don't come with is the box.
Right.
Because they are built, sent to our stores, go on display, but otherwise they're just one of the first batch of 50 that get made. So you're getting basically a kit. You just don't get the box, which is why we throw in the little certificate. Then it shows that this is a real kit. It wasn't just something we hobbled together out of spare parts. It is one of our actual production models.
Well, and from what we've seen too with people in the past purchasing Vault items, usually when you pick one of these up, it holds a pretty special place in your Brickmania collection because obviously this is one of 2 times at most that you're going to get a shot at picking up these models again, and then obviously you get kind of the extra stuff to come with it, and so you know that if you may have missed out on it earlier, you got it on the back end, and we're able to pick that up. This one's cool too because this is actually this Flak 3037 is actually a white box kit.
Yeah, it's an older set. We've done a few different versions of it. That's the latest. I mean, by latest, it's still like 3-4 years old. So like it's a 2017 set, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is a classic. I don't know where it was hiding out, but I'm glad we got it back, and now it's the opportunity to get it out there in the public.
You're right, exactly. One last crack at it. You guys know too, this is the older Pack 40. We have a more updated one that's pretty regularly available. But this is kind of that classic, old school, no real printing, etc. going on there. This is just straight Lego purists.
Right. This is probably the last Pack 40 we've done with no muzzle brake, anything like that. Yeah. So we've made these Pack 40s. This is like probably number 6 in the pantheon of Pack 40 kits we've made. But I believe this was an update that Cody made off the original. So it's a little, it's a little sentimental.
It's amazing.
Cody fans out there.
It's amazing too what you can see the part evolution when it comes to just kind of making these smaller kits a little bit more sleek. Like as thing goes on, when you get a chance to redesign it. I mean, if you look at the Pack 40 that we have online now. That looks nothing like it. I mean, it's almost completely different. And there is kind of a cool like nostalgia feel to the just straight Lego elements without the brick arms barrel, etc.
And every time we get to update an old set, we actually, we try to think of what can we do that's going to improve it. The next generation, make it a little bit better than previous. We're always looking at things. So some things that are common. Pack 40, the Bofors, they've come around a few times.
Yeah.
And each time we do it, we're like, let's make it better. Let's make it a little bit more original. I mean, there's sometimes we just have to change it parts because parts don't exist or something like that. So.
Parts, colors, etc. It's all limited by the market. So if we move a little bit past to the small stuff, we'll start with the Stuka in the center here.
Yeah.
So I put these together. So they'll get to you. They've got all their pieces, etc. included. But you might want to have a look at my work once you get your hands on them.
And you will get the instructions to do that. You get a set of instructions. This is the second Stuka that we released. Okay. This is the Tank Buster version. So this is the G2 It has the 37 millimeter cannons under the wings, the tank buster
big
cannons.
pods. Mhm.
Yep. So that is the second one. That's a late war model. It's still a classic though.
Yeah, it's got both the pilots in there.
Yep.
A lot of dive flaps, a lot of functions, etc. on this because it's a big enough aircraft where you can actually capture some of that stuff. You're not working in such a teeny sail. Like you said, it is kind of the flying tank, etc. So
Right.
that is definitely a cool model. Moving on to it here, I like this M60 because this is one of the first examples of the undertaking by the Brickmania 3D print department to,
Right.
to create those wheels like this. And this was kind of like the Leopard, a massive undertaking for that department at the time.
Right, and we had no idea what it was involved, so, and we had no idea how they would turn out. So there are some people that weren't happy with how the wheels turned out. We're being new to the 3D printing thing and being able to actually do it,
Right.
do it in-house was a real step forward for us. There was also a huge learning curve involved.
Yeah.
So this is an important step in the Brickmania process of how we're doing things. Of course, if we made this now, it would probably be a little bit different. And then, the next generation will probably be, total injection molded wheels.
Right.
So we're learning, we're working our way up, working up through the possibilities of what we can do. This is, like I said, is an important, stepping stone. Does have this brick arms barrel on here that's
Yeah.
actually printed. So that was also a very, very big learning curve sort of thing. We had to learn how to print around the barrel. So that was pretty cool to get that camouflage on there. Quite a few actual unique elements on
Yep.
here, printed elements.
Well, not to mention this for you minifig fans. This is Lando the tanker. He used his own face
That's
artwork
right.
that's why it's the world's happiest Cold War tanker. So there you go. If you've always wanted to own a Lando minifig, now you have a chance when you pick up the Brickmania M60 A3.
Inside Brickmania secrets.
Yeah,
Yep,
right.
You do have the Lando figure.
Expose. So yeah, but that's an excellent model, and then obviously a pretty iconic tank in the sense that if you've ever seen any movies, it was pretty readily available for Hollywood, which was cool. So
Yeah,
there's been quite a few.
They're the ones that you see on base guard duty all over the country too. So.
Yeah, really, really cool. Moving on, we got a John Canepa model over here. This is the ISU 122. This one also has stickers included with it, but we had a sheet where we had an extra one that was inside the instructions, so we're going to throw them on
Usually
in
when
there.
we send them to the stores, just in case they get damaged
Yeah.
in the shipping, we send them an extra sheet, and sometimes they make the round trip.
So this one,
these
if you build
cards,
two, now you'll be able to sticker two up.
I should tell you that these cards are actually the information cards that sit with the kits in the store shelves. So if you've never been to a Brickmania store, you wouldn't recognize these. But if you've been to our store, you'll know that everything in there has one of these display cards.
Yeah.
And when we pull the stuff out of the store, we bring the display cards back.
Because why
with us.
not?
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to have. It's got the little product description. It's got some of the model statistics, the part count, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's an awesome little thing to just display next to it. And like we were saying earlier, usually when you pick up a Vault item, it's something that's kind of premium and holds a special place in your collection. And this is an awesome way to be able to show that.
It might have special scratches and dents where the Brickmania employees have dropped them on the floor, showing the customers.
But it's all there. Don't worry. We made sure everything is indeed complete. Before we get to the mighty helicopter, let's go over here to one of probably the most exclusive models on this table, just because I think maybe it got 2 batches, but definitely nothing beyond that.
No. This is a big model. I think we were planning on doing 50.
Sure.
Originally, and I believe we did 2 batches. Somebody would have to correct me if we've only made
Right.
one.
I can't remember either,
But it's a tank transporter. This is the modern tank transporter that's used by the Army nowadays. The truck and the trailer combination, you could put any tank on here, it would
Yep.
look great. So you could
very
transport
exclusive minifig. I
Chain-
think this
chain
is the
down
only
your-
kit that's ever been included in.
Right, I think so too. So yeah, this is your opportunity. If you have any of the main battle tanks that Brickmania's
Yeah.
released, this would be a great way to display it.
And what a cool way to display it. I mean, literally, because it takes nothing away from the tank itself.
Nope.
And then especially if you're working with something that's in kind of a contrasting color scheme like what we have going here, that display just pops. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
definitely an awesome model. And then in case you're wondering, yes, it does function. You can roll these things back. There's chains, etc. down here. All this stuff comes down, and you can literally crank up your tank if you actually want to go through it and load it up instead of just
Yeah.
Put it-
you
put
could
it
actually
hands on
break
there.
the neck of the trailer too and drop it the other way. So
Yeah, some really cool stuff going on there. And then finally, the big boy. This, I believe, is also the second time that the Pavlo has been in the vault. So
Pavlo?
this is the last one.
this is like pre-licensed stuff. So this we had to stop making this when we started working on the license with Sikorsky. So
Yep.
it's not been in production for many years, and someday we want to bring back another Pavlo, but this is the original. This
Yep.
is this is the first big helicopter that Cody did. it's quite nice.
Yeah, it's a beast. It's got a lot going on. There's some interior stuff, etc., that you can check out if you look at the original product page or whatever.
The tail folds.
Designer
it does
desk.
everything
Yep.
that you'd expect the Pavelo to do.
But if you've been collecting the Brickmania helicopters from these past couple of years and don't have this one in your collection, now you get
which
a chance.
not very many people do, because
Right.
that was discontinued early on for licensing issues, and then we've since now been able to get licensed up with Sikorsky,
Right.
but we haven't yet to produce this again. So this is the original. If we do another one, it won't be done the same.
Right, and could hold different things, etc. This one's got the window miniguns and kind of one back here, and then obviously you get the crew. And then, like I was saying, this one actually, for whatever reason, maybe it was taken apart and they tossed the stickers. This one only had stickers on the little turbines here, so we make sure we track down a additional sticker sheet so that you can go ahead and get that bad boy
It's common
stickered
that
up.
they forget to put the stickers on.
It happens. It's part of the deal. That's why we always make sure that extra stuff is included and available there. So there you have it. Collection 8 of the BKM Vault. Remember, those mystery crates are also included in there. Anything else you want to add, Dan?
No, this is kind of like a unique collection. You'll start some of the stuff that's going to start coming back from the vault later on this year will be newer kits.
Right.
So this is kind of unique that this is like some of the last year, the year before, even like some of these are like 2017s.
Yeah.
Probably not going to see that many older kits like this come back.
Limited supply. That's just how it works. So get on them when you can. Remember, those items go live at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is the little preview, the first look at it, etc. They are going to go fast. There's everything you see here is it. There's only one of each kind plus the mystery crates. So make sure you get up and get a hand on it if you see something here that you absolutely have to have. Otherwise, remember, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And thanks for watching.